and welcome to Dimash's next big hit. Yes, we are going to write Dimash's next big hit with your help. So what we've done over the past few videos, we have taken a list of things that we think should be included, or at least we need to think about when we're constructing this song. Before we continue, we're going to do a little subscribe. What I'm showing Wee Man today is something called call and response, and there's lots of it all over the place in music. You hear it a lot in gospel and church music where whoever the person is who is saying the mass calls something and the others respond. So we'll try it now with the subscribe. Subscribe, yeah.
Subscribe, yeah.
Subscribe, yeah.
Subscribe, yeah.
Subscribe, yeah.
Subscribe, yeah.
Nice. Yes, please. Thank you. Let's go through some of this stuff. So, Dimash has performed in 13 different languages. So he's performed songs in 13 different languages. He originally was offered a position at an opera house in Kazakhstan. Astana Opera House. He entered into a number of music competitions, including China's Singer, where he came second. We've seen that.
Yeah.
Right, so he does competitions. So this is what we're thinking about. We're going to talk about the artists, talk about what it is that makes them function. We're going to put together our own brief of which type of song we're going to write here. Now, we need to consider some factors. What are we going to write? What are we going to write it about? Apparently, he's got perfect pitch or absolute pitch. Now, perfect pitch is when I play a note and you know what that note is.
Yeah.
Now, that's really difficult to do, and that's something you can learn, but a lot of people are born with it. You just know what a note is. Do you want me to test you and see if you've got perfect pitch?
Okay.
Let's test it. Okay, I'm going to play a note and I want you to tell me, without looking, what note it is, okay?
Okay. Oh, jeez. G?
Yes, it's a G. That could have been lucky. Let's try another one, okay?
G again?
No.
That's a C.
No.
It's a D, it's a D, it's a D.
No, it's an E. Let's try one more. Okay, so I don't think you have perfect pitch. You've got something there. That's maybe you're on the road to perfect pitch. Some people start with an idea of perfect pitch. You did get that. Maybe you were lucky. Maybe you weren't. Maybe you do have it. Let's try one more, okay? If you make a noise with your throat, that's relative. That's relative to your throat. So you got to do it just by hearing it, and then you know what note it is, okay? So let's try it again. Let's try another note.
A?
No, it's an F. Okay, so Dimash could tell you that. He could tell you what pitch. Now, that doesn't really matter when we're writing a song for him, okay? But he's going to care about things being in tune. If something is not in tune, that really bothers people with perfect pitch, bothers their ears. He has a brother, like the wee man here has a little brother. Here's the whole family playing. Yes, the wee man has a little brother, as Dimash has, and he is also a musician. Dimash is a multi-instrumentalist. He plays piano, keys, drums, guitar, dombra, which is a traditional Kazakh instrument. It looks a little bit like a guitar. He plays marimba and bayan. Now, marimba is like a xylophone, but a bit bigger.
I've saw it on YouTube.
You've seen one of those? Right, okay, so yes, marimbas. Here's a marimba. A bayan is like a Russian accordion.
Yeah.
So it's like a type of accordion, so he can play that too. So he plays lots of different instruments. Does Dimash sing and play at the same time on any of his songs? We don't know that yet. We've not seen him do that yet, but that's something we might want to consider. He studied contemporary music at university. He writes music himself, and he's played a host of festivals and large celebrations all over the world. So he's got a large demographic. Lots of people like this guy. He sang his own song, Unforgettable Day. We've not checked that out yet. We'll maybe check that out. That's going to give us an idea of the kind of things that he likes to write. He sang that on episode 10 of The Singer. The highest note in a live performance, we have now discovered, as we found out on the other video, is a D8. Mariah Carey's got a real nice whistle register. Dimash also has this, so he's got a massive range. You can sing very low notes and very high notes. So when we're considering the melody, we can start low and go high. He works for various charities and humanitarian causes around the world. So our words might be something about one of those things. You know, we might choose a cause or something to sing our song about, maybe one of the wars or something at the moment that's going on, these horrible things. We could write about that, maybe from the perspective of someone stuck in the war, you know, who it wasn't their fault, they're just stuck in the middle of a war. Let us know. Songwriting. Let's talk about songwriting. So some of you guys watching this at the moment, you might know how to write a song. What we're looking at as a family at the moment, so I'm trying to show the wee man and his little brother how to write a song and how to create. Now, you've written some of your songs already, haven't you? You've done that.
Some people call me hurricane, but you know we're not the same. So won't you walk with me, spin around, slowly twist and shout. Yeah, who we got? One star sky from down. Show me the wall, a spinning rock, spinning guitar. Show me the wall, baby, I just can't stop.
How do you do it? How would you write a song?
Think of something like you might be able to see something, and you think of that and be like, what does that thing do? Like, how does it work? And you'd like put them words into a poem, and then you'd write a bit of notes, and then you put the poem into the notes, and it becomes a song.
Start with a poem. So you can start with words. This is the trick with songwriting. You can start in many places. You don't have to start in one place. You can start with the words, you can start with a melody, you can start with chords, an idea, anything. You can start with a concept. There are some common themes Dimash uses in his songs, and here is a list we have made. He uses a lot of minor chords. So minor chords, as in sad chords, as opposed to a happy chord. Sad. Minor chords, so we might want to consider that. He also uses, now when we're looking at chords now, let me just go over this, I'll make this really easy to understand. There are three basic families of chords you can use. Major, which is happy. Minor, which is sad. And dominant, which is a mixture of major and minor. So major, minor, and dominant chords. Now he uses minor chords and dominant chords a lot. Yeah, so we might want to consider that, using minor chords and dominant chords. We've noticed that he uses a lot of Euro melody, like Euro pop. Yeah. So it's almost like songs like The Final Countdown or Wake Me Up by Avicii. And these songs have got big Euro melodies. Now, how we write a Euro melody is something that's catchy, like a small motif. Take a small grouping of notes and repeat it. You can repeat it other places. and we can repeat those notes. So if we think about something that's maybe a bit of a Euro melody, we can take ideas from it. Now, the whole secret with songwriting is taking something that exists already and making it your own, whether it's a chord or a scale or a song that already exists and taking it and making your own. You have to be careful, because if it's too close to the original, it's not really your song. So you have to be very careful and skillful when you're crafting a song. You have to make it your own so you don't get in trouble, right? And we want to make something our own. Some of his songs, he uses dance drum beats in them, so more contemporary type of beats. We found out he can actually sing rock songs as well, so he can sing a bunch of different types of songs. He sings a lot of ballads. Lots of the songs are slow, they're ballads, right? He uses key changes, as we've seen, because it can show his vocal range. I think a good idea might be to put a key change right at the start on the very first chorus, because key changes catch the ear, okay? Now, what else he does, he's got epic notes. So he might start his melody down here, and then all of a sudden, he'll jump high, da da da, and he'll be, yay! He'll be way up here, yeah? Now, you can build up to epic notes in different ways, but we'll maybe find if we can put some epic notes in our song somehow. He uses a lot of exotic scales. So from time to time, you hear him singing Arabic scales or different scales. Now, if we take just a minor scale, which he uses a lot of. So a minor scale might be, bless you. Now, if we change one of the notes in that scale, it's going to make it sound a little bit different. So the second degree of that scale, 1, 2, 3, we're going to change our 2, we're going to flatten the note and see what happens. It changes it a little bit, right? I'm going to change another note in the scale now, right? Watch this. I'm going to change the 3. Instead of going, I'm going to go. Okay, so suddenly you have an Egyptian kind of feel to it, right? Yeah. Now, those are called modes in music, so we can think about maybe using 1 or 2 different scales. What you have to be careful about with music, obviously, is don't put too many ideas in it. Music and songwriting is basically a conversation. It's communication. It's like a language. If you put too many ideas in there, you're going to take the theme, the meaning of it away. You guys let us know what you guys think, yes, put that into the song. He does a lot of octave leaps. So an octave is 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? Yeah. Now, 1 no, 1 no, 1 no. Yeah, so we've got these octave leaps that he can do. We might start the melody down the octave, and then on the chorus we jump up. And that's a very good way to engage impact. So let us know again. That's an idea I think that happens in lots of his songs. So I think that's something we could use. Now, what is he singing about? He's singing about hope, inspiration. He's singing songs that connect with the spirit. I'm kind of thinking a song about something from the perspective of war that is going on, but not as in war. Obviously war is a bad thing, not a negative thing, something that just opens up the harshness of war, the strength of human spirit that has to exist, that has to come through war, something that has to shine, that makes people drive forward. So let us know what you guys think. It might not be as serious as that. We might do something a little bit more light-hearted, but I'm thinking something that's quite big and epic. If you guys have got any ideas with poetry ideas, or if there's a certain war poet that you would think we should look at and maybe get some ideas of different words we could use.
Maybe we could do some of J.R. Tolkien's words, because like he was in the war, wasn't he?
The whole thing with J.R. Tolkien, why his books are so interesting, because he's seen a war, he was there, so he knows how horrible and just utterly destructive and horrible the wars is, and you can feel that he knows about things in his book. So obviously experience, and experiencing harsh realities of existence does help you put that emotional quality into your song, and then hope that that emotion carries through. You add chords which carries those emotional qualities as well. Yes, let us know what you think it should be about. If you guys get any ideas for any words, any ideas for any lines, for any catchphrases or anything we could take and turn around, twist around. Yes, so I think that will do us for part 1. We've got some ideas to play around with this song. We've not got any musical ideas at the moment. What we're talking about right now is where we should start. What kind of song should it be? Should we go with this war idea?
Yeah,
or
I think we should.
You think we should?
Maybe like a spiritual war.
Spiritual war?
Yeah.
Something that involves the human spirit.
Yeah.
And how that could get affected. It can crush people. Obviously, it can totally devastate people. But how do you rise? Rise like a phoenix? So that's what you're talking about. We want to discuss this so we can take words. Let's brainstorm it, fire lots of words in there, ideas, and we'll see what we come up with. And then on part 2, we shall start playing with some musical ideas. I'll sing some songs, the wee man will sing some songs. Okay, we love you guys, the dears. We are now dears as well. We are fans of Dimash, right? We are dears too. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Don't forget to subscribe. There's original music as well you guys can check out. There's a Patreon account where you guys can see the wee man and his little brother playing. You can see performances that I do at the weekend. Lots of extra stuff that we just don't put on YouTube. And we're populating the Patreon account as we speak. Let us know if you subscribe to that if there are any issues, and we will be in touch directly. Let's do it together.
Yeah!